Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, this is my Asgarnia Only Ultimate Iron Man account. It is something that I've been working on for a little bit now, a couple weeks. I wasn't originally going to make YouTube content, because I've never done it before, but the Reddit group, the Unique Iron Man group on Reddit specifically, kind of recommended I should, just because it's not too hard. I just have to record what I'm doing, basically, and talk about what I'm doing, which I stream a lot of games, so it's pretty much the same thing. So I figured may as well. So I'm just going to give a recap as to where I am on this episode, what I've done to get here, and what my restrictions are. So my restrictions are, if I can go to the world map, basically this line right here, straight up, all the way up right here. I am allowed to go into the wilderness only to level 1. And then it goes all the way over. I'm using the Trailblazers version of Asgarnia, so God Wars Dungeon and Death Plateau are allowed. I don't know what I clicked there. So, that means I can go all the way down here and do all this right here. So I can go all the way down to the fairy ring and everything like that. Obviously can't use it. And Trana is also a part of Asgarnia, as well as Pest Control. Pest Control is technically part of Asgarnia in the Trailblazers version. So that's what I do. So right now, I'm currently grinding for about 1,000 steel nails. My goal is to get 35 construction so I can get a brown apron from the tool store and be able to destroy my saw, drop it, basically have an inventory spot for the saw. One of my restrictions or exceptions is I'm allowed to have the saw, but if I drop it or lose it, it's gone forever. I cannot go get another one. It's a one-time only item. It would not essentially stop construction forever. What it would do is make it a lot more difficult to train construction because I would have to buy potted plants or use clay only, exclusively. And even that, some of that requires the saw. So it would really limit my account to lose the saw. So I don't plan on losing it. I am currently 45 hunter, about to be 46. If I just go ahead. No, okay. Well, we tried. So I'm about to be 46 hunter. That has been my main grind, solely because I want to be able to get the implings I need. Implings are a huge part of this account. They give me a good food supply, as you can tell. They give me my only method of getting a decent source of pure essence at this level. I haven't looked into the higher levels, but right now, Essence Implings give a 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 drop of 20 noted pure essence. And that's pretty much what I've been training on so far. Every time I go to the bank or go on a farm run, I'll do rune crafting. And I got a mine talisman from one of the Implings as well, so I'll do it on that one and then go back to Pro, which is accessible in the wheat field next to Doric. As far as the other limitations, I'm Ultimate Iron Man. It's actually my first ever Ultimate Iron Man account. So it's very difficult for me in particular because I've never done it before. I know a lot of the meta Ultimate Iron Man methods, such as dying to Zora and stuff like that, aren't accessible to me either. So it's the truly Ultimate Iron Man version with a looting bag. As far as looting bag goes, the only way I can get one is a tiny little spot right here. So no monsters spawn in this whole little section right here, but there is skeletons that spawn right here, which have a 1 in 6 drop rate of a looting bag. So in my zone here, I can mage arrange them and draw them over and kill them. It took 47 skeletons to get my first looting bag, so I'm really hesitant to destroy this one or anything unless I have 100% faith that I'm going to be able to get another one or use everything or have enough inventory space. The exception I made for Hunter is I did train it enough that I can actually catch Implings and train off that. So once I got to 27 Hunter, I was able to get a butterfly net and then catch them. Once I realized my mistake, I regretted it immediately. I could have just trained it to 17 and then used the butterfly net. But I wanted to do authentic and not get a butterfly net, so I didn't. So I barehanded Implings and it worked. and then I got the magic butterfly net. And now, as long as I don't lose impling jars, I'll be good forever. I didn't realize coming into Puro that they give you all the stuff you need to start. That was why I did it to 27 rather than 17. Like I said, I'm not used to the Ultimate Iron Man mode. This is actually my second ever members account on Old School, so I'm also not used to a lot of the members content. I do have a free-to-play free-to-play Iron Man account that I've played a lot, but obviously Hunter's members, so I don't know a lot. Farming, I've been killing guards and the spear-holding hobgoblins south of the crafting guild, which there's only 1 or 2 of them there, so I have to lose aggro and then kill the spear ones. The other ones don't drop seeds at all, so that's kind of what I've been doing with that. So I have some seeds there and a couple higher level ones that I'm saving for now. The oak planks are to make the tool stores, and those are dropped by young implings. Herbs are just from Chaos Druids in Tarverley Dungeon. It's kind of where I trained low-level stuff at, and I was there for quite a while. I did a lot of grinding there. It got me all the prayer levels I have right now, pretty much. I've done a couple quests. I've done Witch's House, Witch's Potion, and Doric's Anvil. That's pretty much it. I can do a couple more, and I might do Recruitment Drive eventually for the agility level, so I don't have to lamp it. But I like the idea of lamping it. It gives me a goal and something to use my lamps on, and it restricts me quite a bit even more. Once I do get level 5 agility, I can train it on the Crumbling Wall in West Falador for half an experience point per vault over. And I can do that until level 50, and once I hit 50, I can use the Falador agility course, which will be so much better. Mining and smithing, I had to do... So I would go down to Rimington Mine, and I would then walk all the way up to Falador, smelt it, walk all the way down to Thurgo, craft it, and then repeat. I did all of my smithing levels with, well, all of them once I could, on bronze knives to get 42 ranged. And I plan on basically everything I ever smith is going to be into knives so I can train ranged better. As far as fishing, I just did shrimps. Cooking, I did some stews because I didn't know about the impling food method for a while. I hadn't really looked into the impling route, and now that I have, it's kind of something I've been grinding a lot of. Once I did Doric's, though, I'm getting off track. Once I did Doric's, my route is now the Dwarven Mine, Smelt, and then Doric's Anvil. So it's still a little bit long, but it's not as bad as it was. It could be a lot worse, that's for sure. I'm fucking all over the place in this video. So much editing. As far as crafting goes, I did a little bit of crafting up to 27 on Entrana, which is part of my zone. I don't know if I mentioned that. You have to cut that out too. As far as 27 crafting goes, I did all of my crafting training on Entrana, which is just going and picking up seaweed, coming back, grabbing sand, and crafting glass, and then dropping it, repeating. It's essentially the trader method, but with no gold requirement. It's all free. Wood cutting and fletching, that was basically my only money source for a while, so I did that quite a bit just to get some basic stuff, buckets, stuff like that, just enough to like keep myself afloat. As far as Slayer goes, my first task was... As far as Slayer goes, my first ever task was actually completable in my area. It was the first thing I did once I got membership, and I don't actually remember what it was, but it got me the level 5 Slayer, and I went and got a new task immediately after, and it was Minotaurs. And obviously that's out of my area, I can't do that, so I'm stuck on that one right now. I am thinking about making an exception of sorts. I want to use Vanica and Vanica only. He does assign Hellhounds, so he would be pretty much all I need. And the thought I had on it is basically I'll be able to do any Slayer tasks he assigns, regardless of whether it's in my area or not. but I won't be able to keep any of the loot. I won't be able to bury the bones, none of that. Basically, it's just I go get the kills and I get back to my area. The downside to doing that, and the reason I'm so hesitant on it, is because I'll still be getting experience in whatever combat set I'm doing to kill the monsters, which feels like cheating to me, but I can't think of any other way around it. If it is in my area, I'll be able to keep the loot, obviously. I'll be able to do whatever I want with it. As far as thieving, I also was kind of doing that as a moneymaker. I've just been thieving men. There's nothing better to thieve until level 40 when I can do guards. That's kind of something I do on mobile, little AFK, just when I have some free time. As far as herb lore goes, I just killed the Chaos Druids, collected Guams and Marintils and Terramins, and made those into potions. That's really all I did for those. I still have all of my higher level herbs in my looting bag, just chilling here, taking up space. So, as far as everything else, that's pretty much it. I haven't made any other exceptions. I've been in my area the whole time. I've been working my butt off. I've completed 2 clue scrolls. The first one actually got me a Staff of Air, but I got it before I did what I wanted to on Entrana, so I had to drop it, unfortunately. Those are not something I can easily get, so it was really heartbreaking to do it, but I had to do it. I needed to go to Entrana to get unicorn horns, get my crafting up a little bit, and I'm going to have to do it. I would have had to do it now anyway to get my planks for the construction grind. Which leads me to the construction grind. I'm collecting the 1,000 steel nails because I need 724, and I know they're going to break a bunch. And then I'm going to just be picking up planks and hopping on Entrana and then running to my house and crafting. And that'll get me to 35 construction, which will enable me to get a brown apron, and it'll enable me to drop my saw and just collect another one from a tool store. That's why I have the oak planks in my looting bag. And I think that's it. As far as that, there's a couple more quests I can do, but I'm just kind of putting them off for now. I don't really need to get them done. I can't do Knight's Sword, unfortunately, for the smithing experience, because I would need to go to Varrock, and that's not something I can do, obviously. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any of them. I'm sure I'm not going to get a ton of views on this video, so I will guarantee that I'll be responding to every single comment that is here. And until then, I'm going to be calling this episode 0, the recap, and episode 1 will be on its way, and it will have some actual content in it. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.